Withdrawal symptoms. This is what you look like right now. It's not good. It's not good. You look like a druggie. Okay. TikTok is gone! Oh, wait, but it's not. No, it's not. A few hours of food poisoning and a haircut later. Do you like it? TikTok is suddenly not banned? Bestie, by the time you're watching this video, I'm sure we'd be at a totally different point of the story. This roller coaster of a story. Literally, the narrative on this matter has changed like 5 times since I filmed what you just watched. First, I thought that was it. I'll let you watch where I was on this a few days ago, probably where your mind was on this too. When TikTok was gone! Look at you. You're a hot mess. You're devastated. It's like 170 million smokers quit smoking at the same time. Imagine the mood on these people, right? Just kidding. All this, all the pain, all the suffering, all these businesses gone. 5 million businesses, small businesses on TikTok. All these livelihoods, all these helpful community posts, all the accountability TikTok had helped bring around. All this because they care so much about your data. Okay, Pookie? They care so much about your data that they didn't create a single proper cohesive data privacy law. No. Like those in the EU, for instance. You're not getting that. Instead, they blackmail TikTok. You're gonna shut down, you're gonna sell out to an American company. Which one is it? Once it's national security.
TikTok represents a national security concern.
Once it's data privacy concerns. That concern is not a relevant precedent for other US-based companies like Facebook, Meta. No, it's not. Shut your bitches up. Maybe I'm misunderstanding here. But to me, it sounds like the data of US citizens can only be used for profit by US firms. You trying to exploit my people? Hell no! Only I can exploit my people. And yours. Oh, wait a minute. Right, because I can gather data about the rest of the world. Yeah, we're forgetting that bit. Because, those companies are all over the world, right? Globalization. Globalization is only good if it's American globalization. Wait, that's not globalization, though. That's imperialism.
China?
Oh my god, I thought somebody said China.
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever applied for Chinese citizenship? Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean.
Have you ever been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm Singaporean.
I thought somebody said China. Almost had a mental breakdown. Said every senator in that Congress. Calm down.
China, 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 China with China, China.
Can you tell me right now?
These Marvel heroes in Congress.
Has China created brain rot to dominate U.S. citizens?
Marvel heroes. People out here making it seem like we're in the movie, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mr. Chu, as CEO of TikTok, why have you not directed your engineers to change this source code?
Congressman, thank you for the question.
Have you directed them to change the source code?
Like what we are offering and my fourth commitment?
Have you directed them to change that source code?
Congressman, if you give me a bit of time to just...
No, I don't. It's a yes or no question. Have you directed your engineers to change that source code?
I'm not sure I understand.
Why are you allowing TikTok to continue to have the capacity for... And yet you claim here, let me remind you of something. Do you realize that making false and misleading statements...
Congressman, you are an expert on this. You could agree with me that no other company...
Was it developed in...
Calm down. The world is not heroes and villains. Okay. Politicians are not stupid, though. No, they think you're stupid. Out of nowhere, the alert suddenly changes, and now it just looks like a massive PR stunt. I saw that. When I read this, I was
Criminal offensive side.
I thought we were obligated to say when we were being sponsored. Are we being fooled? My mind was going places. No. As wild as it seems, it is not a PR stunt. Because soon enough, it started to look like all the tech giants had everyone by the balls. And now today, the picture looks even more different than it did on Monday. Remember, it was about data privacy then. Remember, I was talking, let me show you. I was talking about how American people were not buying it. You got Americans dropping off their information at their local Chinese embassy. You got people looking for a Chinese spy they can talk to. Y'all crazy for that, I swear. This generation, I love it. A lot of Americans wanted to teach their government a lesson. So what do? They download a fully Chinese app. Rednow, the #1 downloaded app on the App Store right now, also known as Xiaohongshu. Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, Americans did that out of spite. What is this toxic relationship you got between you and your government? Y'all in a toxic relationship. Americans can do that though. Let's think about that. Americans can go against their government like that out of spite without consequences. They can go on their app store and download Xiaohongshu. They can use it. That's freedom right there. Sure, yes. The government initially found a way around the First Amendment, the amendment that protects free speech, and they came through with the TikTok ban, albeit for economic reasons. Perhaps they just couldn't allow the US public to be influenced by non-US views. Funny though, the way the rest of the world is influenced by non-domestic views. The rest of the world is influenced by US views. The US citizen was seeing too much of the rest of the world. I don't know what they didn't like there, but they did what they did, and they banned TikTok. But here's what I find a little ironic, bestie. A little funny irony here. That same crowd practicing their freedom of speech to spite their government. Mind you, a lot of nations around the world can't do that. That same crowd, the TikTok refugees as they're called, they go over to Xiaohongshu to tell the Chinese people,
I come in peace. Our United States government has betrayed us. They're taking away our free speech platform. They're taking it away.
Our government is attacking our freedom! Our free speech is under attack! And we will not allow it!
I mean, it's a little ironic, right?
Ni hao. They're taking away our free speech platform.
Like, bro, read the room. Do you not see your privilege? Even here, come on. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Going on Xiaohongshu talking about your lack of freedom of speech. You're practicing it as we speak on a platform which ironically has a lot of strict rules about what you can and cannot say. Understandably, that one China policy. Understandable. That's the way China's run. But what are you doing? These people, hello, do you have any, form of awareness? Read the room. Read the room.
They're taking away our free speech platform.
Whatever, that's not even the point here. Because one incredible thing that really came out of this ban are the beautiful interactions we are seeing between two populations that have, villainized each other. Our lovely Chinese netizens that are brutally hilarious, mind you, and the American people. These interactions are honestly something we've never thought we would see. And they're talking to each other. They're talking to each other in the millions. And I think if there's anything that breaks away that Marvel story they're trying to play out of heroes and villains, it is these interactions that humanize the people. Welcome, my American friend. I am your new Chinese spy friend. This guy goes on, he's like, hi, China, and people are losing it for him. Yes, I do. Hi, do you have a girlfriend? It's okay if you don't know Chinese. You just need to know that I love you. You're my boyfriend and you belong to me. So handsome. China welcomes you. Or you got this one Chinese netizen that said, my English teacher is Callie, her mobile number is blah, we lost each other years ago. If any American can help reach out to her and tell her that ZZ misses her so much. This is adorable. Somebody did reach out to her in the US. Is this the number of Kelly Woods? This is gonna sound crazy, but the TikTok ban that's been happening. I love this. It's adorable. You got Americans helping Chinese netizens with their English homework and getting it wrong. I think that exposure is a beautiful thing, and there are talks that the Chinese government wants to somehow prevent this exposure. They don't want the Western audience to mix with the Chinese audience. These are just reports. I don't know how true or not these reports are. Because a lot of Chinese people on the apps are saying that these TikTok refugees are welcomed with open arms.
Love to see that.
According to their state media.
People, the young people have their freedom. And enjoy.
They've got a different story, you know. You've got Western media saying that the Chinese are trying to segregate, and you got the Chinese saying that they're not. So, really, you know, it's all the same. We're going in circles with this stuff. We don't even... But what's really nice is that we're finally seeing these interactions between people that villainized each other, you know? They didn't villainize each other, their governments did. That's just the power of being able to connect that many people all at once. I can't whistle, but... what a massive power that is. A power that happens to be in the hands of very few. When you're getting information online, it's very important to have what we call media literacy. It's to be able to look critically at any information you are being fed online. And there was a phase on Tuesday when I wanted to film the rest of this video. Then I changed my mind. I almost fell for this info. When many creators, right, would just feed you puzzle pieces. They'd give you the puzzle pieces so you can connect the dots yourself. Hank Green raised a very good point on this.
This is how conspiracy influencers work.
He said, y'all, Facebook just made an account on TikTok.
Facebook suddenly has a TikTok account.
TikTok CEO description no longer says CEO of TikTok, just says TikTok. What could that possibly mean? They give you the puzzle pieces you need to put together the picture they want you to see. Facebook's always had an account, apparently, on TikTok. It's nothing new. Also, Oracle, a US company, is already a cloud service provider for TikTok USA. What does that mean? It means US TikTok users' data is already being stored in a US company since 2020. What is this about data? It's not about data, okay? It's not about the data. Shut up. Perhaps, and these are my speculations, the big tech boys lobbied to kind of break it apart or to take it over. It's big competition. TikTok tried sucking up to Trump in hopes he wouldn't let the big boys take over. Maybe that's why they did the, honestly, very weird pop-up message on their platform. That doesn't come out of nowhere. There's been talks, there's been a discussion, there's been an agreement of some sort. The sucking up to the new administration, though, is also evident by Meta's recent censorship of hashtag Democrat, hashtag Kamala Harris, hashtag Vote Blue, and all the opposite hashtags were working just fine. And it happened to be during the inauguration, like that period. Tried it myself, and it was very strange, you know? What is a strange coincidence? It all works great now. Of course, it was just a technical error, as censorship tends to be. These tech giants might just be fighting over Trump's favor, you know? The very same way governments will around the world soon enough. They're lined up around him. Anyway, all of a sudden, in a latest update, just today, just right now, it is reasserted that TikTok is not back until it fully sells to a US company. Apparently, they're pulling it out of the App Store until it does so. People are selling their iPhones with the app on it for ridiculous prices, bestie. What is going on? ByteDance will divest the Chinese mother company, and maybe Mr. Beast and his partners are gonna buy it. It's either him, Elon, or Oracle, the name that Trump threw into the list. The same cloud service provider right now. Bottom line, is it really about national security and data privacy? We all solved that issue back in 2020 when Oracle started storing the data. You know, when the issue and the ban were first suggested. We're not stupid, okay? We're just getting thrown around, you know, in some WWE of corporate tech giant geopolitics. Ordinary people are getting stepped on while they battle out control for our networks. I sound like a conspiracy theorist.
We're all pawns. You're a pawn.
I'm just saying. I don't like virtue signaling and fake concern. I like it up front. Okay? Just tell me you want to make money.
When am I going to get paid for the data that you are selling, or you're getting revenue from advertising? When am I going to get paid?
Just say that. Don't tell me you care about my data if you're already harvesting it for your own good. Come on. Tell me you don't care. Just tell me. Tell me you don't. I'll tell you I don't care if you have my data. There you go. We're being for real. You know? Maybe I do care. In that case, I will take the necessary steps to limit the data you have access to. Freedom of speech, I said. Well, what good is your freedom of speech if it means nothing? What good is our freedom of speech if four guys can sit around a table and tell you what you get and what you don't? I'm not saying they control your life. No, I'm just saying I don't think it's naive to think that the ultra-rich oligarchs may not have your best interests in mind. Because maybe, just maybe, they'll do what serves them best. As I think, isn't that common sense? Obviously, that's what they would do, as any person would in their position, without any checks or balances. That's just. Now you tell me yours. We may potentially disagree on this, which I love to see. This is what this platform is all about. It's a discussion, hearing each other's perspectives out. You know, I hear something from you I may never have thought of. Maybe you heard something from me that didn't cross your mind. I laid out mine. Now you lay out yours. I'm excited to hear you out, but that was pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go because, not feeling good yet. The food poisoning really took a toll on me. Every time I eat something, I puke it out. I'm disgusted. Everything disgusts me. That's the situation right now. Do you feel the same? Is everything disgusting you as well? Great. It's crazy. We're always on the same page, I think. We're always so disgusted, you and I. Crazy. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go now. Bye.